Hello farmers, welcome back to East Vineland. I am racing the rain again, but it should be an easy race. The rain's not going to be here in November until about the noon hour once again, and all I really have to do for field work is get the rest of this field mowed, which is that, and that's pretty much it. I got a lot done since the rain in October. Finished up the corn harvest in the field, got about another 2,500 liters or so. You want to take that bale, please? Thank you very much. Got all the fields plowed that need to be plowed, and we are currently picking up stones. And the class Arion is like right next to us over here by the pig pen. That's where we're picking up stones, and then they have to go over to the cornfield that we harvested last episode to pick up stones. I have sold over 40,000 liters of stones already, giving us roughly like $6 grand, a little bit over that. But of course, with the rain, didn't make much money from the solar panels, because when it rains, well, that means clouds, and clouds mean no sun, so no solar energy. But our fuel refinery has been working all night long. I noticed this morning, for some reason, when I was checking the stock that I have, I was like, why do I got 40,000 liters of soybean? But yet the fuel refinery is saying we don't have any more. I don't remember putting the soybean in the silo. Must be after the harvest. I was like, I'll just put it in here for now so I can go get the corn. So that's being processed, and of course the cut sugar beet's being processed as well. And we got a good amount of stuff to sell today. Well, not a good amount of stuff. A good amount of money will come in from it. The one thing we need to sell as soon as I can, which is right after I get done mowing this grass here, is I need to go sell the eggs. The eggs are a really good price, and we should make roughly about $130,000 to $140,000 from the eggs that we have. So a very good year for eggs. And of course with that, I'll be able to buy ourselves a tedder, because I did get the grass cut up by the sheep pen. That field is being converted over to just making hay bales, basically. We got plenty of silage bales, and I don't need to keep making silage bales to make more money, per se. I mean, it's always good to make more money, right? But in the future for this farm, I think that would be better for a hay field, to make hay bales, of course, for our sheep. And then this field can continue going on making silage bales every year. Having silage bales to sell, bringing some money in, is still good. So that's pretty much where we stand. I think I covered pretty much everything. Let's see, we're still making flour down at the grain mill, and we're also still making cracked corn. The pigs are doing well. I need to bring some food on down to them. I did not feed them at the end of October. I gambled, I guess. And yeah, they have plenty of food so far this morning. Well, they're down to about 5,000 liters, but yeah, they're not starving, so they're not losing any value. As for selling pigs, won't be doing that today. There are no pigs that are worth selling. So, oh yeah, we'll go ahead and keep those pigs around. And I'm going to go ahead and dump these bales on out. Got to wiggle a little bit to get that last one off, which means our baling wrapper will probably miss it. And let me go ahead and park the mower and baler over here, because what I really need to do is I need to bring that up to the farm and give it a good rinse and probably repair it, because we don't have a wash station or a repair station down here. Alright, so what bales did we miss? And yeah, in between episodes, I'll probably come down here. Maybe we'll do a little bit today. I'm not too sure. Come down here, and we got to clean up this field. We got to take the bales off the field. Then I can go ahead and windrow it, and then pick up the rest of the grass that is here. First thing I will do, though, is run into a bale, apparently. And actually, the worker did a pretty good job today. I just fed it one bale. That's like, then we'd wrap two. So that's 3 bales and one over here in the corner. So 4 bales in total. That's not too bad. And I don't see the class Arion moving, which means I probably got 20,000 liters of stones in there. So a lot of stones. Although a weird thing did happen when I plowed the cornfield up by the farm. It plowed the field, but it didn't get rid of the chaff on the ground. So I'm not sure why that did that. Usually when it plows. I don't know what's going on up there. But we'll have a quick look to see what's going on, because I was actually doing that at nighttime, so maybe something weird happened there. Let me jump on over into the glass area, and yep, we're full. We're full of stone. So let's go up and sell this and come back down here and get the worker to finish up this field. And then we can get the cornfield done because we got stones in that one as well. And then we'll get to selling some eggs. We'll buy the windrower and probably come up, and then we'll ted the grass. And then we'll get to actually decorating around the farm by putting up a fence. Lights I would like to do, but that is something I think I need to do at nighttime. So, but we'll get the fence up. We'll do some landscaping, put in some trees, do some final touches on the farm itself. All right, here we are. Get maybe a couple grand for this again. Actually, I think it's pretty close to $3 grand is what I get. Unless the price is dropping because they keep bringing stone here. Should be like 3,100, something like that. Yeah, 3,123 plus the 407 for the score. So not too bad. About $3,500 every time I come up here with stone still. I don't think I'll get a full load of stone with the rest of the field that we got in the cornfield, but we get what we get. And the stone needs to come off the field. So I was having a look at all my fields to see how our precision farming scoring is going. And the field that we're currently picking the stones up in kind of confuses me a bit. According to precision farming, the score in this field is lacking nitrogen, pH, which is weird because we put the pH down in this field, so I'm not too sure. So if I jump out here, yeah, you can see the pH value in this field is good. We put it into the field, but when we go to the scoring chart, nitrogen and pH are not reading that good in this field. I mean, we just harvested it, and it was 142% yield on this field, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. But it is what it is. And this field appears, same thing with the pH value. Not too sure what's going on there. Yeah, just some weird things. The field that, of course, was really bad was the one down here. And when I bought the field, the score was a 32, and we got it up to a 92. The only score I could not change, of course, is the direct drill, because we didn't plant the field, and we haven't been back in the field to plant it since then. But overall, not too bad. All right, so Frank or whoever is picking up stones, they should be able to finish up this field, no problem. We are now going to jump up to the telehandler, which should be right here. And it's time to sell the eggs. The eggs are going for a really good price. Better than what the chart says the best price was last year. So, more power to us. And of course, we're only going right here from the chicken coops right to the self-selling station right up front. And I think this is the first year that the second coop that we built, which is the one to our left, has a full chicken coop, meaning they're full. So that's why we got more eggs. I should be able to grab 2 of these at a time if I can get the pallet forks in correctly. And then maybe not, so let's grab 1 for now. Thought I'd be a lot better at it from all that time on Cylindra loading up those planks. The one thing with eggs is they do take a while to sell. So yeah, we're at 40,000, somewhere around there. So when we get done, we should be at like 160,000. Not from this one pallet, from all the eggs. But at least so you can see what one pallet brings in. So one pallet brings in about 8,500. And you can see by the pallets that we got here at this coop, and we should have the same amount at the other coop. Let me narrow these pallet forks up a little bit. Let's see if I can actually... I mean, I should be able to pick up 2. It's just that, am I talented enough today to do so? Okay, that one wasn't that hard, but yeah. First one of the day, maybe. Gotta get warmed up a little bit. So you can see on the right-hand side, the cornfield that we had. It's been plowed, but it didn't get rid of the chaff that was on the ground. But there's stones there, and it did register that it was plowed, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, we got to come over here and pick up the stones up off that field. Like I said, we're still going to keep on playing as if we're farming here for many years to come. Even though in March, sometime in March, we'll be wrapping up the series. So, of course, you got this episode. Next episode will be winter and selling, and then March. So the second episode after this one should be the final one, I do believe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and keep on selling these eggs. Yeah, when we get done, we should be somewhere around 160,000. That does not include the bonus score that we get. So maybe a little bit more than that. Could we get 170? That'd be just, fabulous. Going better than expected. We're just shy of 170,000, and we got 2 more pallets to go. And part of me is thinking after we buy and spice up the farm a little bit, maybe we'll have a quick look around to see, are there any fields still left to harvest that maybe I could purchase? I don't think so. Well, there's going to be fields to harvest, but I don't think I'm going to have the money to buy the fields. I mean, I'll probably end up with like 100 grand, maybe a little bit more than that. I could sell some fuel from the fuel refinery, but yeah, the pricing of the fields around here are just on the high side, so yeah, I don't think I'll be able to afford anything. But the eggs definitely have made a difference today. Are we selling the eggs on the front? There we go. So there's 180,000. So we got 140,000 from our eggs, 145,000 maybe? Thank you, chickens. Thank you, chickens, quite a bit. That was a wonderful amount of money coming on in. Yes, you can see I got the grass cut yesterday. I actually did that in the dark. Well, I had the lights on the big end, but you know what I'm saying. And I don't really need the hay bales. I mean, the sheep are not going through the bales that much. But if I were to do that and continue on working on this farm, what I would probably do is get another sheep pen. And maybe put down like maybe 2 more down here. Because we got plenty of hay. I mean, if I can cut this field 3 times a year and just make hay out of it, that should be enough for all the pens. And you know what? Maybe we'll just do that just for fun. Anyways, yeah, we got to go into the store. I did have a quick look at the sale page to see if there's one for sale, but the tedders are not that expensive. Where are they? Here they are. We don't need like one of the big ones, but since we already got like a Kubota thing going on here a little bit, let's see how that's a 9 meter, 17. Yeah, I think 9 meters is good enough. Let's go ahead and no, not back. Sorry. Let's go ahead and do that, and yeah, we'll just keep everything as is. Go ahead and buy that. Thank you very much. Before we go down and pick it on up, though, why am I stuck into my own trailer? I somehow got stuck in my own trailer. There we go. And now I can't jump over a fence. I brought a lot of stuff down here, and I washed it last night. But it needs to be repaired and put away. So, yeah, I got a cluster of vehicles, and I want the John Deere, basically, for doing the tedding today. So, our root crop harvester, this lovely thing. I think the paint job has grown on a few of you, so... It's different, and that's what kind of, makes it fun for me a little bit. Don't try to always keep things a standard color, which is nice to do, but every once in a while it's fun just to have a little bit of interesting things to do with the paint jobs here. We're just repairing, of course, we're not repainting. And boy, this is we didn't do much wear and tear on the vehicle at all. let's go ahead and we'll put the header on down. Well, I don't want to unfold the combine. I want to put the header on down. We're going to stick that right there. I mean, I probably should maybe get a shed for the headers. And I said I didn't need any more sheds or anything, but the headers are kind of sitting out in the elements. I was going to say, I wonder if I could fit in there, but I don't think so. I got more than enough trailers to go in there. Let's pull on in here and get it kind of close to the wall. That's good. As long as I can get my butt out of the combine. Alright, next thing we will do is repair the New Holland. IntelliSense? Yeah, IntelliSense, that's what it's called. The IntelliSense combine. Should fold up the combine, which is just folding in the pipe. Alright, the header is only 36 bucks, and the combine is $15.22. And for those of you wondering, I am running the mod that reduces the repair cost. Every once in a while when I get time to watch videos, I do see some videos of people repairing their equipment. I'm seeing the prices going, that's outrageous. Saw someone repairing a John Deere 6R, and it was not even like halfway worn down, and the repair bill was like $9,000. I was thinking, geez. I mean, I kind of get it. I think what they're trying to do is just make us maybe trade in and try different tractors more often. Alright, there is the New Holland put away. Now I'll grab the 710. We'll repair the header for the combine. We'll put that away, and we'll put the 710 away. Getting all set for the winter months. See how much damage is on the header. I'm guessing not much, maybe like $800 to repair the header. And maybe I'll repair the 710 while I'm here, because I don't remember the last time I repaired the 710. $56 to repair the 710, and the header itself just shy of 500. So that's relatively cheap. Oh yeah, now I got to back out of here, so try to keep it as straight as possible. There we go. Let's get the header put away. And then the last thing down there is going to be the John Deere with the plow on it, so we can put the plow away after we repair that. And then we can use the John Deere to ted up the grass. Hopefully I swung wide enough to get this in here. I'm guessing not. Or maybe I did. Alright, and we need to disconnect you from there. Wait, did I get the back end in? Yeah, the back end looks like it's in. Yeah, we'll have to see about maybe getting a shed for the headers. Just trying to figure out what shed that would be. Oops, 710 goes in here. Close that door on up. And last but not least, our 6R. Yeah, I was trying to get this into the wash station. You know what? There is lights on that. Wait a minute. So I don't remember the lights being on last night when I was washing. Is there a... Ah, right here. It's one of those things you get used to. Some buildings have automatic lights where they come on when it's dark and turn off when, you know, daylight comes. And then there's other ones you just got to hit a switch. And I'm usually horrible at that. That's why I usually try to leave the lights on. Alright, I'm going to take the 6R down to the store. I'll grab the tedder. And I'll meet you back up here at the grass field. And we'll turn the grass into hay. And then we'll grab the windrower, which is down... Yeah, it's down in the bale shed, I believe. And we can at least windrow the hay up into rows. And after we get that done, then we'll start working on the farm. Putting up a fence, putting in some trees, smoothing out the land a little bit. Yeah, we'll see what we come up with. It has been so nice not having to deal with the flickering trees and the flickering grass for quite a while now. And that always really got under my skin because November was the time I had the biggest problem with it. And to me, that's when the map is the most beautiful, any map, because I do like all the oranges. I wish there was like a little bit more reds and maybe... Now, there are some yellows out there, but... Oops, I thought I turned you on. Sorry, van. So it may look like I put the grass into a swath. I did not. If you look real close, you can see the grass was on widespread. Oops, a little bit too close to the sheep pen. Yeah, so I think what we'll do here is after, excuse me, after we get the hay picked up, so I'm thinking next episode, we'll probably put down another sheep pen. Kind of like over in that section over there. Because I think this grass here would definitely keep up with the sheep, no problem. We don't go through that much. Of course, it's not going to benefit us in this series moving forward, but that's something, if I were playing for, like I said, years to come, I think I would definitely put down more sheep, and I would do the wool. So maybe we'll just take some sheep from the pen that's already making wool. I think that's a full pen now. So we can make a half and half, and that way they can kind of reproduce. That way we don't have to buy any sheep. But now that we got a full sheep pen making wool, you can see the wool starting to pile up. And that doesn't get sold usually until May. I think I can turn my beacons back off. Wait a minute. My worker must be done here. Wait a minute. I did not see the notification that we're done. But we do have another field of stone to pick up. We are missing a little bits of stone here and there, but overall, it's done. Okay, in between episodes, I will pick up these bales. I think I'll just stack them maybe in front of the manure pit for now. I'm not going to bother to put everything into the barn because it'll be next episode I sell the bales. So it'll save me from some time of having to unload the bales out of the barn. We'll just stack them outside, which kind of goes against why we got the barn to begin with, which was to put bales in. Oh yeah, and I do got all the straw bales up from our soybean field that need to be picked up and put away. I did get all that straw baled up after it rained. The one thing I didn't know was, yeah, I do know that when you harvest when it rains, the yield is a lot less. So I held off on doing the grass because I don't know if that would put less grass on the field. I think it would, but I didn't know. I'm just a little baffled, though, as to why when this field was plowed, why the chaff of the corn did not disappear, but that's, you know, it's okay. It's okay. As long as it's considered plowed, I am happy with it. Let's go ahead and set you off in this general direction. 3 headlands is good for a stone picker. Nope. And down. But that's going to get rid of the chaff of the corn. I mean, okay. Alright, and hire a worker. There we go. All looking good. Let's jump back over to the John Deere, which is somewhere in my grass field here. Down over the hill. So it's not going to take me long to ted this up. Like a true farmer, left the implement going while not attending the vehicle. Safety third. Alright, so it's only going to take me a few passes to get this done. And then we can move on to putting in a fence line. And of course, finally getting to putting some final touches on the farm itself. With the tedding all done, I realized I need to windrow the hay field, because when I put the fence down, the hay will be on either side of the fence, so I want to make sure I get it all. And next time when I mow it, it shouldn't be that much of an issue, because the fence will be there, and I'll know, like, well, I can't cut that on that side of the fence anyways. And with the windrower we got, this should not take me too long. It's amazing how when I use the windrower in the other field, it doesn't look as big, and then I come to this field and the windrower looks like it's humongous. But just got to get it away from the side of the road so I can put down the fence. But as we're windrowing one part of the field, might as well do the whole thing. It'll only take me a few passes. I'm thinking the baler might have a little bit of an issue. The swath seems awfully huge in some areas, which is great, because that would mean like more yield. But as I'm harvesting this for the first time with a windrower, well, next time I do it, well, if I were to do it next time, there will be another sheep pen here. So, yeah, just trying to figure out the pattern I would need to do to make it look less messy, I guess. I mean, look at the height of that swath. I mean, it's almost up to the top of the hood of the John Deere 6R. So I may actually have to bale it and go back around again with the windrower, because I don't think the baler's going to grab it all. And yeah, for the first time, this electrical pole, this light pole, is starting to be a little bit of a problem. But then again, this implement is a little bit bigger than the field really needs. But it's going to get the job done for me, so now I can go ahead and put down the fence line. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to clean this up, just like the other grass field. But for now, we'll just go ahead and fold that on up, and I can park the John Deere right over here, because we own this field. So before I get into decorating, I'm not going to buy any land, but I am just curious about what some of the land around me does cost. So, I mean, like this little cornfield right here is probably one I should buy, and actually it's something I could afford. I do have a 25% discount with Samuel, but should I, waste my 25% discount on a field that doesn't cost as much, you know. But that field right there wouldn't be too bad. Actually, let me go back to map overview. What crops? How much is field 113? Not that I could afford it. That's 835,000, and that's a 25% discount. But then again, it's one of those things when I load back in, maybe a different owner. All right, let's get down to spending the money where I need to put it first. And that is on the farm itself and construction. Give it a second. There we go. Decorations, and of course we're going to go with fence, and of course a white fence. Let's see. That's going to be a gate, right? I don't know what the differences are in the gates other than the price. Whoops. Other than the price. But we just want a regular fence. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this here. I mean, I have an idea how I want it to look. But I also don't want it to interfere with the field either. Alright, so maybe I'll just start like right here. And we'll come on down. Don't tell me that the light poles are in the way, because that would just irritate me a little bit. You know what, let's just come all the way down. Yes. We'll start there. We will start there. So we're in the field a little bit, but then again, we can delete some of the field. That's not that big of an issue. All right, let's go ahead and match it up to over here. So we're in about like that far, and we're starting somewhere right around there. And then we'll just come on all the way. Now I just want to turn around because I want it to kind of to be in a straight line if I can. And I kind of wanted to get a little fancy down here, but at the same time... Why is my camera... Oh, because my mouse is in the corner. That's why... I'm like, why does my screen keep going that way? Because your mouse is over there. You idiot. Collides with another item. What other item am I colliding with? I don't want the fence that far out into the road. Alright, that's good, I guess. And kind of the same thing here. There we go. I could put a fence alongside the road here. But occasionally with my equipment, I do turn around in the road. So I think we'll leave it like that for now. Let's go into landscaping and smoothing. That's the next step we need to do. Nope, turn it around this way. So it's a little bit messy here because this is where I put the ramp a long time ago when I was trying to figure out the cut sugar beet issue I was going through. So I just want to smooth it on out here. Another place that needs to be smoothed out is definitely in this area. Actually, can I make this bigger? Yeah, the bigger the better. But let's do narrow it going in between the buildings. It still looks like it's not really smoothing out in here. Ooh, I'm way up here. Okay. Well, that fence line does make a difference coming on down to the farm, I think. Not too bad. That swath is like up to my waist, chest maybe. Could hide a small child in there. Let's go ahead and continue on up and doing what we're doing here. This is not too bad here. Yeah, this smoothed out quite a bit. Still got a little bit of a ramp here. Alright, so it doesn't look as bad as I thought I did when I was in the aerial view. It looked like it was kind of bad. Alright, let's go back here. So I need to put down more gravel. So I got to go to painting. And not asphalt. It's not concrete. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Might be this one. That's the one we're looking for. Alright, let's go ahead and... I wonder if I own... Wait, did it switch? Oh, no. Okay, we're all set. Sometimes you can put a placeable down halfway on your property and half on others. So I was wondering, do I actually own this? And we do. Honestly, I come out further than that when I swing around with that mother bin. And we might as well do it like this. And then we'll swap over to the other side here. Land not owned by me. Where do I own? So I kind of put it down on someone else's property? Oh, so I don't own this at all. That's why I did not change the color of it. Or the landscaping. Kind of weird how the land is shaped back here, but I think on the way Mac Trucker designed it, I think this was like a sheep pen back here, maybe? Possibly. So, what do I need to do? So if I go to farmland 139, whoops, map overview. Zoe Scott. That would $72,000 for that. Interesting. Alright, so maybe, yeah, maybe we can buy that in the future. I can finish painting it on up. But it's doing a little bit better. We're doing better. Alright, so right here. Yeah, so another shed possibly... I shouldn't say possibly. I think we will find one for the headers. So maybe I will buy that land. Just not right now. Because that would just cut down my, you know, the money in the bank account quite a bit. Although I could sell the diesel fuel. I think I get like $25,000 for the fuel. But let me go ahead. There's something I want to do here. I got an image in my head of what I want to do, but I don't know if it's going to work. So I think it'd be better because I'm going to be going in and out of construction mode for quite a bit. So let me go ahead and work on the center area here. Just kind of make like a decorative piece in the middle of the farm if we can. And we're going to. I do hope. So let's see what kind of a disaster I can create. Well, this is what I come up with. Just a little bit of a grassy area in the middle. All these decorations right here that you see, the tractor and an old trailer, if you will, and a wagon wheel. That is from Elk Mountain Modding. So you can go to their Facebook page and find that and download it if you like. The rocks, I believe, are from Alien Jim's placeable packs. That's where they came from. Of course, the trees are, well, trees. We just got a couple of trees there to throw in some decorations. I did put in some small lighting as well. These little lights that you see here, that is also from Elk Mountain Modding. If you go to my Hinterland series and just click on the mods list, or maybe if I can remember, put the mods link down below, that'll bring you to where you can just go down, scroll down to the bottom of that page, and it'll say Elk Mountain Modding Facebook page. You can go there. They got a lot of good mods. Some mods are actually even on the mod hub, but they do have a couple of nice houses and design decorations like this. I'll see how it looks like at nighttime. I did put a good amount of lights in here, so we'll see how it lights up. And of course, I put lights in around the old trailer as well. I thought about trying to put like a water fountain in here, but it just didn't look right to me anyways. But that's a good start for the decorating part anyways. So we got a nice little fence line going in here. We'll have to trim that up a little bit maybe. I do want to put some trees coming down here as well to match the one up on top. And I might even put some trees on this side, so we might eliminate some of the field here. Because, you know, obviously the way it is now, that's too close if I get a worker, or if I were to get a worker in the future, because we're pretty much done working in the field, honestly. But we got to make it as we would be working into it. Speaking of working in here, nope, still going. So they're just about done picking up the rocks. So I think we'll continue on next episode doing a little bit more decorating. I may do some little bit of touches here, like trimming up this field, so we can go ahead and planting some trees. We'll still be in the month of November. I'm going to bale up this hay and get this cleaned up a little bit. Same thing for the other grass field, get that kind of cleaned up. And then we'll move on to the nighttime to where I can put down the lights to actually see exactly how well the lights benefit us. But I think trees down this side to match that. And maybe we'll put some lights maybe to match that, or maybe some better lights. I don't know. We'll have to you know, advance the nighttime before we can put down the lights. And as for this part up here, I think we'll have to buy this field over here. So that way we can continue on decorating and put down the terrain that we want. So, you know, $70-some odd thousand or whatever, currently as it is. Kind of expensive, but yeah, we don't own these parts over here, so we need to fix that on up. And so we can continue on decorating, like I said. But it's a decent start, I think. I'll probably have to make that my thumbnail over here, even though it's the last thing I did in the episode. But at least you'll see it in the thumbnail, I do believe. And I think it'll look pretty good at nighttime anyways. And we got plenty of room to get around on either side. And we're not really using this barn over here for storage anymore. We kind of are for the tractors. But yeah, mostly that's for the 710. This is for the Class Arion, the T8 parks here. The 6R parks over here. And I got another spot for another implement here. So, yeah, we don't really park things in there. So coming on out. But even then, we got plenty of room. Definitely got to think about maybe putting down a shed for the headers. And I think when I buy this land over here, we'll have plenty of room in the back now to put down a little shed. I say little shed. Yeah, I got to figure out something or some way, because I think it looks better with this header unfolded and parked in there rather than when it's folded up. It looks odd, that header, when it's folded up, honestly. So yeah, I'll pick a shed. I'll start looking and see what we come up with, something rather cheap. But we have the money to do all that, I think. We should be able to. And yeah, we'll decorate a little bit more. And then, of course, when we sell all the stuff in the wintertime, which could be next episode, I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, once we sell everything in the wintertime, we'll have a look at some land and see what would we buy next anyways. Oh, another thing I got to remember to do, and I better do it now because I'm going to forget about it completely. Let me grab the 6R. I need to go on down. I need to grab the trailer, and I need to come back up, grab the pig food, and make sure I give the pigs some food, because I don't want them starving, because they're not gonna die on us like they could on Hinterland, because we got that mod. But if they're starving, their value goes down. So I want to make sure I go down, grab the trailer, give them as much pig food as I possibly can, and that way we are good to go. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in East Vineland, but until then, have a good one.